Hello, welcome back to Petrolblog's Rubbish YouTube channel. Hope you're well. I suspect you won't be watching this video because you'll be at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Things are a little more leisurely outside the Shed of Tears. I suppose you would describe it as the Festival of Inactivity. But big news, the arrival of another 2-litre Safrane. Yep, just barely months after the gorgeous and unbelievably good black Safrane was sold to Andrew of this parish. And Andrew, hello, thank you for being the first member of this channel. You too could be a member by looking below, which is about as much self-promotion as I'm going to do for now at least. But anyway, I've got to say a big thank you to Mike, friend of the show, actually genuinely good friend, personal friend of mine now, Mike, who has entrusted me with yet another one of his Safranes. Actually, it's the last Safrane he's got. He's now sans Safrane. Yeah, it may not sound like it because I'm quite low key, but I'm actually really excited about this because it's the start of a new project, start of another French Tat project. And look at it, it is proper French Tat. You can tell by the amount of detritus that is gathering in its extremities and its corners and everywhere detritus can gather. I just can't wait to get the mop and bucket on this. So I've had this a few weeks, and again, I didn't want to do anything from a content perspective until I'd shared it with you. I wanted you to, yeah, there you go, interesting. I mean, it's proper Tat, isn't it? It's on black steelies, and there's bits of trim missing, and there's a nice big dent. I mean, that's probably French Tat in a nutshell, isn't it? A hubcap, a scratch, and a missing piece of plastic trim. Yes! I should probably keep it like that. I should probably leave that like that for posterity. And to go all the way, and by the way, the tyres are pretty grim as well, so it is Tat Extraordinaire. That's probably the title of this video, isn't it? Tat Extraordinaire. Question for you, dear viewer. Do we release the black steelies? Do I practice what I preach and say, no hubcaps? Answer on a postcard to usual address. I have to say I'm tempted to go black steelies for the murdered outlook. Let me know. So yeah, I don't know where I got to because I did digress as normal. But this is all thanks to Mike, who has entrusted me with the last of his Safranes. I hope he does get another one at some point. I mean, he has kind of kept it in the family a bit because he's now driving around in a Volvo. And as you know, this has got a 2-litre Volvo engine. And the gold one's got a 2.5-litre Volvo engine. But he has kind of kept it in the family. But the reason why I'm doing this video today, and the reason why I'm a man on a mission, a man with a purpose, is that I've been inundated with 5 messages from people asking me if I'm going to the Festival of the Unexceptional this year. And I have to admit, I was umming and ahhing about it. It's a long way from here. I think it's 300 miles from here. It's a long trek, but I really want to go. A, to see the cars, B, to meet up with the community, you good person you, and just, yeah, I haven't been to a show for a while. I need to go to a proper show, and this would be the perfect car. A free Safrane in need of an MOT. It's been off the road since, well, I think the MOT ran out in November, so it's been off the road since then at very least, so 6 months. So I figured, why don't I set myself a challenge, because everyone likes a challenge. Why don't I set myself a challenge? Oh, look at that. There's something about the Phase 2 front end that's aging beautifully, isn't it? I mean, that's proper. We will check to see if the fog lights work in a minute. Before we go there, look at this number plate. Is it me or is that homemade? I mean, there are no markings on it. The 9 looks dodgy. There's a big gap between one F and the S and the other, compared to the other S. This gap is significantly wider than that one. The S looks like it's slightly on the turn. It needs a Little swear word there, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's a home. I'm sure it's a homemade number plate. What's the back like? See, I told you we are discovering this car together right now. Yeah, that's homemade as well. I mean, it's different. I mean, those, to be fair, the letter in the numbers look more authentic, but it still looks homemade, and there's no markings on it. So it has a, oh, look at that. That's a typical place for Safranes, I've noticed. And it's one of the reasons why the black one was so lovely, because there was no rust on it at all. The gold one's gone there as well. Ooh, this is getting more Tat Extraordinaire all the time. We have cable tie, bits of missing plastic. But this is the only Safrane I know that comes with its own priest hole. Look. Yeah. 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 It's got a hole in the boot. Look at that. So, yeah, the cable ties come off as well. Ooh, the sound feels really crusty. Yeah. Now to cable tie that back on. Otherwise it's going to be taken off on the way out to Lincolnshire. Wow. Okay. It's fine, isn't it? I mean, this. So kind of, if you want to do Tat Extraordinaire, you start with a spoiler, and you work your way down to this corner, the corner of dreams. Wow. But apart from on the plus side, it's only done 70,000 miles, which is remarkably low for one of these, and it does feel like that. It feels. I always thought the black one felt tight, especially for 140,000 miles. And this has done half that, and it feels, well, just as tight, which just goes to prove how good the black one was. I think it's 70,000. 70,611. And even better news. Go around to the bonnet. Rob. The belt was done at 66,000 miles. So the belt's been done. It's going to need a service, it's going to need an oil and filter change. I'm sure the battery's too small. That looks a bit super mini sized for my liking. And there is a slight connection problem with it, because sometimes the ignition, it doesn't fire up, it just goes dead. So I need to find out why it's doing that. Nice little reference to Petrolblog there, nice subtle one. I'll leave the bonnet up a minute, because if I have to come back and adjust the battery, it saves me reopening it. So we'll fire up the Tat Extraordinaire. But if it doesn't fire up, I know exactly why. First try. Set Batman. So, and if you remember, a couple of people left comments on how good the air conditioning system is in a Safrane, and I've never had the pleasure, because the gold one, it needs regassing, and then the black one just basically had on or off. I just had basic blowers. This one has got an amazing air conditioning system. It is properly cold. Oh, that feels gorgeous. That's so good, genuinely. Obviously a big test of Safranes is whether or not, well, the fact that it's up is a good sign. The black one, obviously I had to wedge it up with paper, but this one goes up and down. And actually I didn't realise this, there are actually two stages. So you've got fully erect, medium erect, and asleep. Good. That's good. Radio cassette, no CD player, being a 2 litre. I had to put the code in. I had done that, but of course the battery did its weird thing. No smoking. Always good. Oh, hang on. And look, again, this is the first Safrane I've been in where that hasn't gone down to the stickiness. So that's good. I'll turn that off because I'm sure that's really annoying for your headphones if you're while wearing headphones. It's also the first Safrane I've ever owned with a big gash in the seat. What do you reckon, dog? I reckon that was a dog scratching for a bone. Maybe there is a hidden bone underneath there. We have a tape. We have a tape. The platters. Wow. Mike, that's your tape. I will give it back to you when I see you. God, now turn the aircon on, it's going a bit warmer. Let's just check if the electrics work. And being in a 2-litre executive, it's only got front electric windows. Apart from needing a clean, that's alright. Let's go around to the other one. Yeah, good. I mean, it just... an odd sound. Anyway, apart from needing a clean, I reckon that's good as gold. No idea if the electric mirrors work. Yes, they do. Well, that side does. And that side does. So far, so good. Sunroof. Now, this is always dodgy. Do we test the sunroof? I think we do. For a bit of jeopardy. Slow. Bits of detritus falling in the car. But hey, it works. Well, the slide works. And the tilt works. And the little map reading light works as well. So far so good. So far so brilliant. Oh, by the way, self-promotion time again. Club Petrolblog stickers back in the shop. And if, like Andrew, you become a member of this channel, you can get discount in the shop. So join up and ask for the discount code before you buy anything. If you want to. That's about my... Oh, I'll tell you what we haven't done. Checked if the lights... Well, that's something that doesn't work on the black one anymore. The lights on indicator. Well, it did, but it's gone very quiet. Almost like it's given up on life. Yes. Even though my phone is not focusing because it's so totally overwhelmed by the magnificence of the front end. On the face of it, it doesn't look too bad. There's bound to be problems along the way. I need to splash out some tyres, that won't be cheap. Goodness knows what I'm going to find underneath. If this rust is anything to go by, the underneath might not be pretty. It's what I expect. Lots of surface rust, which is going to come up. Ooh. Does look like crusty, doesn't it? I need to get under here with a brush and some Lano guard. Exhaust looks good though. Exhaust looks good. I'll have to check the MOT history to see what came up on the last one. That'll be a starting point. I've got nothing else to say really. I haven't checked the boot, have we? Well, I have checked the boot, but we haven't opened the boot in this video. There we go. Sainsbury's bag full of bits and pieces. Service wallets, light bulbs, a few parts. Is that transmission fluid? Yep, transmission fluid. That's not a good sign, is it? Oil, screen wash, spare rear light cluster, the missing trim, which I guess we'll need some clips. Yeah, it's going to need clips. Need to find the right clips for that. If I do put it, well, I will put it back on. I need to find the right clips. They've long gone. Look on eBay for those. I'm sure I can find something similar that will do the job. If not, Velcro's the answer. Yeah, that makes a good sound when you put the boot. Yeah, proper Petrolblog. Wiper blades probably need replacing, don't they? We'll find out. Anyway, I'm digressing because I'm sure I've said enough. But look at it. What do you think? It's good, isn't it? I'll tell you what, Safranes are my happy place. They are me. It's even got the original Club Petrolblog sticker. God, is that? I don't know what that is in there. I mean, it's got half a forest in here. No mice so far, that's a good sign. But yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Here we go. Thanks for watching.